No.
Asti, hand me the sword.
Asti, hand me the sword. Hand me the sword to strike thy down. So, Urshan betrays us. What a ghost. What a ghost. At wit's end. Shredded scraps of paper flipped before my eyes. I reached out trying to grasp them, but not even a single piece lands in my hand. Amused by my awkward response, Irshan chuckles.
There were moments when I thought you might figure it out, but no. You just stayed at the edge of truth and refused to step forward. But why? Let me guess. Because you don't understand my motives, so you chose to turn a blind eye. How arrogant. Oh, Zero. Empty of everything, void of emotions. Yet, in the end, you earned everything.
She is silent.
See? You really don't understand the feelings of an underdog like me, do you? I am his granddaughter. I am the rightful heir to the library.
Oh, don't tell me you spoiled ass brat.
But that day, he brought you back. And then you took everything away from me.
Are you done?
Right.
Stop pretending to be a sad clown. That's not who you are. What do you really want?
Upon hearing Zero's resolute voice, Urshan freezes before brushing into laughter. Tears well from the corners of her eyes as she laughs.
So that's not the answer you expected. I thought the motive of an underdog and her resentment would be perfect.
Your taste is really going downhill.
I see. That explanation wasn't enough for you. So, how about this?
Urshan sighs. All pretense dropped, and she suddenly looks exhausted, overwhelmed. At this moment, I realize how little I am truly know about this girl who's been on my side this whole entire time.
I'm simply tired of it all. M.A.on, C.A.V.E., and this never-ending library. I've wanted to destroy everything here for a long time.
Interesting. So then why did her future self send me back in time to find her then? A flicker of emotional turmoil finally appears on Zero's face.
That's why I joined Nemesis. Yeah,
What?
you heard it right. I'm a spy for Nemesis.
Suddenly the ground beneath our feet trembles. A tremendous force is quickly approaching. I accidentally glance behind me and notice that Darius, the giant that chased the version of from the past, has turned back. And they spotted us.
Oh, perfect timing. I'm sorry, but I'm not the type of arch-villain who dies from talking too much. But you two? You're the fools who actually sit there and listen to your enemy's meandering monologues.
Once again, Urshan wields her crescent scythe. Zero positions herself in front of me, but Urshan does not attack us. With a muffled sound, the floor cracks beneath our feet, spreading like a spider web.
Zero. You've become dull. Next time, when you feel something is off, just slit your opponent's throat instead of waiting around.
The giant roars rushing towards us. The crackling floor, the cracked floor flattens under our weight, crumbling the edges. At the moment, everyone near the edge of the room begins to fall. The breeze struck my forehead, causing a sharp lightning-like pain momentarily clouds my mind. Zero immediately makes her decision. She grabs my hand, holds me tightly as I arch and transfers into a massive golden bird, carrying both of us upward. However, Urshan remains calm, letting her body fall into the bottomless void. Instinctively, I reach out my hand towards Urshan. Why? My vision blurred, the breeze and sand. I see her remarkable clarity, wearing a rebel smile, like the last radiance of a dying star.
No. Farewell. Forever.
Forever? My eyes widen as she disappears. Once again, I have failed to grasp anything. Yeah, I'm fucking lost now too. What the fuck? Why does she do that? Why is she a spy? Who is Nemesis? Why is this big nigga after me again? Ow.
Complete insight.
Oh, second phase.
Forgive all sins. Forgive all sins.
Bitch.
Forgive all sins. Fluttering wings. Complete insight.
Ow. Finally over. The golden light strikes the giant's legs, shattering them completely as Zero unleashes her full strength. The giant collapses on the ground to the ground, yet crawls towards us.
Let's go.
Zero ain't playing no fucking games. The nameless tyrant crawls on the ground, struggling to move forward. He lost his horse, his army, his dignity, and his humanity. After 500 years, he's finally reunited with the Emion who once deceived him.
Emions from the future.
He reaches out his hand towards the back of the two people moving away.
If you truly are from 2,500 years from now, tell me. Tell me. Tell me!
Damn, bro, the voice acting. I got chills from that, dog. God damn. Tell me. Nigga was fucking pissed, but I would be too. But it's also interesting to see how us going back and forth between the timelines and everything is really affecting us, because that nigga remember us going back in time and telling him that shit. See, same conversation. Niggas, I would the same conversation.
I believe you're aware that I've showered you with the utmost respect from an emperor. I believe you're also aware that the nonsense you just said is enough for me to order your tongue removed.
The Emperor's voice remains calm with the only hint of annoyance. His gaze beneath his drooping eyelids displayed childlike curiosity.
I've conquered the South, reaching the edge of the world. A great achievement that should be engraved in your libraries. Yet you told me I'm far from seeing the entirety of the world.
Pythagoras replied humbly.
Indeed, Your Majesty. You will certainly go down in history as a great emperor, Your Majesty. But with all due respect, this world has no edges, and you are far from owning it. You may perceive the world as a series of clay slabs, stretching from one end to the other, with mountains and seas interspersed in between. However, the world is a sphere, where the beginning meets the end. When one reaches the supposed edge of the world, they find themselves back where they started.
No. No. We're not doing that. Pythagoras closes his eyes only to be met with resounding laughter from the Emperor.
What an absurd statement. It's been quite some time since someone dared to be so audacious in my court. Nevertheless, I shall allow you to continue your discourse purely for the sake of entertainment. However, if your words bore me, it'll be more than just your tongue that I remove. You claim that the world is a sphere. Very well. Prove it to me.
Yes, Your Majesty. As an emperor who has conquered numerous lands, you must be aware that the North Star appears higher in the sky the further north one travels, and conversely, it appears lower in the southern regions. When observing a ship approaching from the horizon,
the BBC cries together on a certain day. Yeah, tomorrow.
The world is indeed a sphere.
We're crying tomorrow.
The curvature of the land and the sea occurs beyond the range of
your name!
It is due to the vastness of the world that, while standing upon it, we mistake it for being flat. To humans, Obed may appear immense, but to the entire world, Obed is merely a small portion of the spherical whole. Just as ants may consider mounds as mountains and ponds as oceans, when they climb a tree, they perceive it as occupying a vast territory. I intend no disrespect, but when your army arrived at the Great Desert and believed they had conquered the entire southern realm, they were akin to those ants.
Darius has quickly executed him. Oh no. However, Darius takes a moment to ponder and to continue his inquiry.
Why a sphere?
Because a sphere is the most perfect shape in existence. Natural forces strive to minimize the size of objects in all dimensions. A sphere possesses the smallest surface area for a given enclosed volume. It epitomizes perfection.
I don't quite understand the ramblings of your crazy mind, but I can grasp that you consider the sphere to be the most favored shape.
Indeed, Your Majesty.
If your claims hold true, then regardless of how far I traverse, I shall never surpass its boundaries and merely return to my starting point.
That is correct.
I walk around aimlessly forever. But Pythagoras sighs and speaks once more.
It is true, Your Majesty, that the concept of an end does not truly exist upon this sphere where you currently stand.
Thagris points in a particular direction, guiding Darius' gaze.
I implore you to direct your attention there.
Darius gaze follows Pythagoras' finger, and then he sees the boundless expanse of the stars adoring the night sky.
The sky.
Precisely, Your Majesty, the sky. Just as the earth beneath our feet is a sphere, so too are the moon and the sun, spheres of varying sizes.
Darius interrupts Pythagoras.
If the stars in the sky are indeed, as you claim, spheres, and the ground beneath our feet is but an inconsequential fragment from one of these spheres, doesn't that mean that all the land I've conquered so far is but a speck of dust in a vast sea of sand?
Yes.
It may be just a speck of dust, but it's a precious speck of dust, and our homeland. However, it's undeniable that it is, after all, just a speck of dust. Perhaps only by traversing
He's
this
spitting
desert,
facts.
which contains countless specks of dust, will you truly reach the end of the world. Are you frustrated by this revelation, Your Majesty?
It's a capital offense to try to speculate on the mind of an emperor.
Please, forgive my audacity. All I meant to express is that I have found solace in this realization.
Solace, you say?
Yes, I felt a sense of solace knowing that our thoughts, struggles, and everything we hold dear are insignificant compared to the world itself. Every day in this land, people kill or are killed, pillaged or are pillaged, for land, food, faith, and dogma. Yet, when I gaze upon the starry sky, all of their deeds fade away. It reminds us that our thoughts and actions can be influenced by our self-centered perspectives. It highlights the limitations of our vision and the shallowness of our ideas.
That's one way of putting it. Pythagoras raises his hands and looks into Darius' eyes.
The world does not revolve around us, not even the ground beneath our feet. Consider how an adult perceives a toddler's cries. The toddler cries because they have never seen the real world and are ignorant of real problems. However, with this revelation, you would understand that the difficulties and confusion you currently face are, in the grand scheme, similar to a toddler's cry. Look at the curtain of stars above you. It will make us reevaluate the value of all people to one another and the value of people to the world.
If only he kept his right fucking mind. Darius laughs.
Well, that was quite a speech. You've asked if I'm frustrated, but it seems you're the one who is frustrated.
Pythagoras pauses briefly and lets out a gentle sigh.
Indeed, Your Majesty. No matter how much I stretch, I can't reach the stars with my hands.
Come to think of it, it's a good reason you'd give.
However, the next moment, the smile on the corner of Darius' mouth disappears and he strikes the ground and heavily with the scepter in hand.
Such is your greatest insolence. You, a mere mortal, dare to speculate on the thoughts of the King of all kings. Do you think my silence was because of frustration? Ridiculous. How ridiculous. Do you understand what it means to tell the King of all kings that there are countless other worlds like ours?
Darius extends his hand towards the stars in the
It means
sky.
there are endless lands waiting to be conquered. Interesting. How interesting. If the barren desert in the south is the so-called end of the world, that would be truly disappointing. This world is so subtle and so vast, but as a scholar, all you do is revere it. This is where I'd say your mind is narrow. I'll conquer them. It's the highest form of homage I, as an emperor, can offer.
Hold on, chat. Sorry, Shade DoorDash was here. Okay. For the first time. Sorry. The haughty Amion bows slightly and acknowledges the emperors of the mortals.
I am delighted that you are the ruler of this land, your majesty.
Instead of looking at the Pythagoras, Darius gazes in the distant stars, and his hand clenches into a fist.
Amion, I will be the one to conquer the distant stars.
Alright, nigga. The nameless tyrant starts crawling forward. The distant and brilliant curtain of the stars, long forgotten, reappears before his eyes. The embers of the ambition for a moment rekindle. The unnamed tyrant for a brief moment becomes the king of kings all once again. The goal is pursued, the answers is sought. Darius raises his hand high and shouts into the void.
Tell me, Amions from the future, tell me. Did I conquer the distant stars?
No, nigga, you failed. He remembers everything again.
You truly are my favorite servant, Fahad.
Oh, damn, now you remember what you did to him?
For I shall share.
You cut your fucking man down. Your cabin boy, you cut him down.
One day we'll leave our footprints across the entire expanse of the sky.
I couldn't believe that shit. The night stood high. God damn it, stop it. At the moment, he couldn't help but raise his head and gazing up at the starry sky. The starry sky shone above the trembling silver falling. The Milky Way that floated silently through the summer night. Let him see them again. Darius closes his eyes. Let me see them again. Damn, Darius. Damn, Darius. Oh, you get a duper her? Wait, no way you get a duper her. Just because of that shit. What? Oh yeah, she's Lucia. She's there, Lucia. 100%. Well, let me respond in kind then by getting you together. Yeah, let me respond in kind by getting you together. Oh, I don't have nothing to sync it with. Okay, 'cause I don't have any multiple ones. I gotta do her breakthrough. Yes, sir.
I seem to see more things. Are those memories? I will record these experiences.
I got enough to spend it. Okay. Yup. Yup. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, mama.
I seem to see more things. I will record these experiences.
That's fine. We'll keep getting you together. Okay. Ooh. That's some more.
I will record these experiences.
But since she's really, I can get her like maxed out like that. I'm about to use her like that then. Why the fuck not? It would be crazy you just give me one. It would be crazy you just gave me one right now. No. Harry took all my luck in the game. My luck has been terrible. Actually, no. My pity reset because I got one. Because I got, what's her names? My luck has been kind of shitty. And I ain't gonna cap. After that first day, I have not gotten lucky for real. Oh, I'm holding on to my pulls. I'm almost at level 30. Almost at level 30. I don't like this shit. No. Okay. Was it extra? Ooh, extra. It's some extra shit. Hold on.
I rarely engage in joint operations with others.
Really? Interesting. Wait, is it going based off of her power? It is. Oh, because she's my highest one. Okay. Okay. Let's get it. Ow. No. Damn it, Darius.
Complete insight.
Oh, that's on WASD not working. Yo, why ain't WSD not? Oh my god. Bruh. I still can't move. Why can't I not move? What is happening? Fucking up my clear time. We gotta restart the whole fucking game. Oh nah. I do. Wow. Huh? Oh. Hey, yo, fuck Lorelai. Respectfully. Actually, no. Disrespectfully. Spit on her. Spit on her. Finally. That bourbon got me chilled out. Nice.
No room for error. Spark of inspiration. No room for error.
I thought Logos was a healer. Oh. There's a healing.
Complete insight. Fluttering wings. End it all.
There we go. Yeah. I kind of just figured that out when I in action. Oh, I didn't mean I think people are just being too greedy. No, fuck! I didn't mean to hit that. I'm not paying attention when I'm clicking. Ah, damn it. But yeah, I think motherfuckers are just were bitching a little too much and expecting to get just a free 5-star. And even if they did get a free 5-star, I don't think they would have been happy. Even still. Exit. Because they didn't even read, like, no one, like, I would, like, when I saw them even say that the more events even planned more, I'm like, okay, so like they got some shit planned out. And now, like, some people, like, Insane's comments on his video were like, oh, well, I didn't pay attention to that. I'm like, well, they kept saying there was, you know, they had more things coming, and we still don't know how much we're getting per event, you know. So like, just wait, man, just wait. And we don't even know what the boosted rate's gonna be typically for the like the banner. So like, it might be a 70-30%, you know. We don't know, man. We don't know. So I was like, give niggas time, like, chill out. No, they don't. And this is someone from someone.
Complete
I played
insight.
2K and Madden, EA and shit. Like, they're being very, I think, generous in a sense. Even addressing these flunkies. Even the fact they had to apologize because people can't read or just wait to see what they are planned. Good on them for addressing it, but at the same time, like, they shouldn't have to address because people can't wait to see what the developers are gonna actually do when they say they have things more planned. Go get the sword.
Moon set.
And here, that's a fair criticism. Now that I can understand.
A spark of inspiration. No room for error. 4. Onto. End it all. Fluttering wings. Waning crescent.
Oh, fuck. There's lots to be said about the banners. I don't think most people are a level headed disagree. Yeah. Like making them letters saying, like, oh, we could just wait. Right. We're talking about the crybabies, right? Careful. No! Why is this? Why does it not go to the next stage? When does it? Or is it taken to the next stage? No, it is.
No room for error.
Futile effort!
That was better.
Futile effort! Futile effort! Futile effort!
Wait, you're on a private plane? But y'all got some money over there, y'all company. Private? I see you. Do your thing. It imploded for a bit. Is it back up?
No room for error. A spark of inspiration. No room for error.
Ah.
Complete insight.
Waning crescent!
Complete insight. Onto. End it all. Full.
Moonset! Futile effort!
Let's go. Damn, I didn't get the full clear. Damn. It was too slow. It was too slow.
Asti, hand me the sword.
Yeah. Fuck Urshan. Fuck her. You hear me? Fuck her. She betrayed us. That bitch.
Forgive all sins. The fire is burning.
Go up here.
Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence. Forgive all sins. The fire is burning.
Of inspiration.
Forgive all sins. Fort Bellefontaine.
Okay. Brute force mode. Okay. Oh, these are modifiers. Okay.
You are all such good kids.
Asti, hand me the sword.
It's time to compose a new piece.
It's time to compose a new piece.
Futile effort! Futile effort!
Forgive all fires burning. Forgive all sins. This glory is the finest crown.
Oh, it's a floors. Okay.
Forgive all sins. Blooming from the flames. In the name of
Yeah, Harry,
Florence.
go for it.
A spark of inspiration.
Ah, it was a waste.
Revolve, moon! Futile effort! Futile effort!
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well done. Keep up the good work.
No!
Moonset!
I see what you mean, Harry.
Waning crescent! Futile effort! Futile effort!
Oh.
Futile effort!
A spark of inspiration.
Let's go.
This glory is the finest
On
crown.
floor left.
This glory is the finest crown. Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
Waning crescent!
Mm-hmm.
Waning crescent!
Mm-hmm.
A spark of inspiration.
Blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence.
Mm-hmm.
The fire is burning. The fire
Forgive
is all sins.
Hell yeah.
May their souls rest in a garden full of
Say he travels.
This glory is the finest crown.
Just walk down here.
Some types.
Let me use it. Okay, I gotta beat this. Hold on. Oh, you worked on the movie. You worked on the Godzilla movie. Shazam. Oh, nice. Okay, Harry. He said, I'm critically acclaimed. I see you, my dog.
Forgive all sins.
Ow.
No room for error.
Ow. Ah.
Futile effort. The ball move. Moonset. Futile effort.
Forgive all sins.
There we go.
Forgive all sins.
Come on. There we go. Oh, he does that as a whole feel around him.
Futile effort.
The fire is burning. The fire is burning, blooming from the flames. In the name of Florence. May their souls rest in a garden full of blooming flowers. This glory is the finest crown.
All good timing. All because of timing. Chapter 3, God System. Alright, I'm gonna do a couple of these, chat. And I'm gonna call it a stream. Constant falling. Urshan closes her eyes. Oh, we get Urshan's point of POV. Fucking bitch. I don't care about her. The overwhelming sensation of the weightlessness filled her with both with terror and anticipation. She feels impending death, but even if there happens to be a piece of debris in a falling trajectory, she knows she will face a certain doom. As she anticipates her imminent death, there should be here the final moment to escape a boring life. Damn, during the fall, when she knew the end, the conversation between her and her grandfather returns to her mind.
Why does light refract when it enters water? That's an interesting question. I have two answers for you. The first answer is that light refracts because air and water are different mediums. When we look at this question from a cause and effect perspective, we arrive at this answer. But in fact, light simply chooses the path that takes the least amount of time. Such is the principle of least time, proposed by a scholar named Fermat. Light determines the optimal path even before embarking on its journey.
Chapter
as it
3,
is
yeah.
aware of its ultimate
This
destination.
music is kind of nice.
You may find this concept challenging to grasp at the moment, but someday you will understand.
Will I? Will I, Papa?
Because you'll become that light, my beloved child.
The fall abruptly halts, gravity reversing. The world of Urshan's eyes become upside down. The immense potential energy accumulated during her descent dissipates instantly, and Urshan lands steadily on the floor. Standing on the street floor, Urshan looks at the path ahead and softly sighs.
You chose the shortest path because you knew where you would end up, right? How much had you calculated? Forget it. It doesn't matter. The outcome remains the same despite efforts.
Urshan lowers her gaze.
This is seriously sickening.
The top floor of the tower babbled before the reactivation. Nana leaves her desk and toys with a hedgehog a seal in her head.
How's it going, Shamash? You're saying we can't retrieve the information because some of the ancient documents haven't been recorded in the database.
Yeah.
That's a challenging situation. The radioactivity tests on the sedimentary mud and the carbon isotope measurements of biological remains attached to this copper sphere indicate that it was buried in the Philistine Sea for at least 2,000 years. Even if we were to search for documents from that period now, it would likely take a while before we find something useful. Unfortunately, we are short-handed during this critical time.
Structure.
You said Joker. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm taking a screenshot of this right now. But I don't forget it.
Are you asking about the structure of the copper sphere?
Shimase saying shit.
Unfortunately, our devices can't scan it. The sphere doesn't respond to X-ray transmission or diffraction tests, and its internal structure appears entirely indistinct. The material from which this copper sphere was forged might not even exist in our world. The Delphic Oracle might have some clues, but I'm afraid it's too late to contact them now. What should we do now? Well, there isn't much we can do except guard it.
Guard it.
If the prophecy regarding its activation proves true, then someone will come to fulfill that prophecy. And I'm
He's pretty
curious
confident.
to see who will do so right under our noses.
Nemesis.
That's not something we should be concerned about. Instead of worrying about their invasion, we might as well keep an eye on the sphere in case it somehow activates on its own.
I don't like this idea.
What's that?
This? Oh, it's a souvenir Cosmos left for me.
Nanda. There's the seal in her hand and the pattern of the matching the pendant in Sasuke's hand. And the last gift the Cosmos gave her before he departed.
When you face a problem that you can't solve, use it, Nana.
Cosmos, what are you planning? I don't know what's going on with Eri and Zero now. Are they searching for Tasni? If they really found them... Forget it. What am I even hoping for?
There's always hope. Nana shakes her head and letting it. Okay. As the beacon activates, the space fractures like a shadow time. And the turbines the smash this with the wheels of the stone tablet. Why is it going so fast? The charge occurs in an instant, and Nanami feels a strange. Nana feels a strange movement behind her. When she turns around, she sees the copper sphere, which could have been lying on the ground like a boulder, but it's floating in the ritual space, like in a turbulent space. It's soon swept away by the chaos, along with the fragmented walls. Without hesitation, Nana rushes towards the copper sphere to climb onto its ring. However, the sphere vanishes into the void before he can reach the edge.
Damn it.
As dust settles, Nana shakes her head and sighs, observing the randomly recognized place before her.
Misfortune has a knack for perfect timing. The space was never this unstable during previous activations. Why was it so turbulent this time?
Because they're smart and they catch it on. Suddenly hear footsteps behind. Both of them have turned around. Unexpected, the figure appears before their eyes.
Eri, what are you doing here?
Wait, what?